Hey guys, Sebastian here. I'm a tour guide in Athens. All the info regarding my tours is on my Instagram page. And in today's video, I'm going to give you my 10 favorite hotels in Athens with a view of the one and only Acropolis. First, let's look at the Monastiraki neighborhood, famous for its rooftop bars and restaurants with these gorgeous views of the Acropolis, and famous also for the so-called flea market street with all its souvenir shops. The first hotel I want to recommend there is A for Athens, located on Monastiraki Square itself. They have a total of 25 rooms, half of which have a view of the Acropolis from the room itself. And by the way, when booking, it's very easy to know which rooms have a view and which ones don't. It's always written in the title of the room itself. I'm gonna leave affiliate links for all these hotels down below. So if you plan on booking one of them and you wanna support me at the same time, feel free to use my links. A for Athens also has a rooftop restaurant with one of the most iconic Acropolis views in town. And so that's where you will be having breakfast every morning if you decide to stay at A for Athens. So even if your room doesn't have a view on itself, you will always have this rooftop with the most fantastic view. During the most expensive months of the year, rooms without a view start at $250 per night, $350 with a view, but this is for peak high season, so mid-June to mid-September. If you're coming before or after that, you can expect prices 20–30% cheaper than that. Now, as you're on Monastiraki Square, facing A for Athens, if you take this street and you walk for literally 1 minute, you'll get to Athens 21, another favorite of mine. Now, most rooms don't have a direct view of the Acropolis, apart from the deluxe rooms, which have this very nice balcony with the view, but their rooftop has a great view, and all hotels customers are free to spend as much time as they want up there. And prices are very decent, just $150 per night in high season, and $200 for these deluxe rooms. That's one of the best deals you can find in the Monastiraki area. All right, if we go back once more to Monastiraki Square, but we take that street this time, after 2 minutes, you'll spot this very iconic mural representing 3 caryatid sculptures crying, because in case you didn't know, out of the 6 original statues, 1 is currently kept hostage at the British Museum, while the 5 others are at the Acropolis Museum, which is of course where they belong. Anyway, that mural is on the back wall of the next hotel I want to recommend, which is the Athens version luxury suites. There's around 10 rooms there. None have a direct Acropolis view, but once again, there's a great rooftop that all hotel residents can access. And prices start as low as $150 per night during high season. Great deal. All right, let's leave Monastiraki and go to the Thysio neighborhood now, famous for its local artisan market and for being much more peaceful, quiet, relaxed than the rest of Athens, despite being only 10 minutes on foot from the Acropolis. Hotel Thysio is by far my favorite in that area. As you can see, their sign says that they have the best Acropolis view, and yeah, I think it's kind of hard to argue with that. All rooms have this amazing view of the Acropolis hill, but they only have 10 rooms or so, and so they sell out crazy fast. So if you like what you're seeing, you're gonna have to be very quick. Prices start around €200, which is once again a very good deal for that kind of location and that kind of view. All right, let's go to the Plaka neighborhood now, aka Athens's old town. That's where you have all these cobblestoned winding alleys and steep staircases leading up to the Acropolis. Lots of super picturesque restaurants left and right. This is the fairy tale neighborhood of Athens. And in one of these narrow marble alleys, you will find this place, Acropolis. Now, don't expect the most amazing Acropolis view from hotels in Plaka. Plaka is located at the very base of the Acropolis, so you're looking at the hill from a very low angle, which means you have a great view of the retaining walls, but not much of the actual temples on top of that hill. Something to keep in mind. But then again, if you're staying in Plaka, it's not really for the view. It's to be in these centuries-old houses in the heart of the city. Acropolis only has 7 suites, since this is basically a house that was transformed into a hotel, and rooms start at only 150 per night. Once again, a great deal. Next, let's talk about the Syntagma neighborhood. Now, this is the classy part of Athens' city center. This is where you have the Parliament building and the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which is where the famous changing of the guard happens on the hour. And so that area is where all the 5-star hotels are located, and there's 3 I want to share with you. First, the most prestigious of all, King George Hotel, located on Syntagma Square itself, meaning just next to the Parliament building. It doesn't get much more prestigious than that. And undoubtedly, they have the most amazing rooftop swimming pool in all of Athens. To the right, you have a view of the Acropolis, and wait for it, to the left, here you go, the Greek Parliament building. How cool is that? King George has around 50 rooms, all of which have a view of Syntagma Square. And the rooftop, of course, has this fantastic view of the Acropolis from the eating area, which is just next to that swimming pool I showed earlier. Rooms there start at 500 euros during high season. The next 5-star in Syntagma I want to recommend is the Electra Palace Hotel. This one also has a rooftop swimming pool with the Acropolis view. It's, in my opinion, the second most amazing rooftop pool in Athens after the King George Hotel we just saw. They have 25 suites, 7 of which have a view of the Acropolis. Rooms without a view or around 350 per night, and with a view you can count around 550 during high season. And if you want to go all in, then you can book what's arguably the most luxurious suite in all of Athens, the Presidential Suite, with its private rooftop swimming pool with the Acropolis view, for a modest price tag of 1,500 euros per night. And the third 5-star I want to recommend in the Syntagma area is the Electra Metropolis Hotel, which has the very unique feature of being built around and above this tiny church from the 16th century. Athens used to have tons of these churches, but in the 50s and the 60s, lots of them were destroyed to build a more modern version of the city, but luckily a few ones were spared, and this is one of them. The Electra Metropolis also has a rooftop pool with the Acropolis in the background. It has around 30 rooms, out of which 6 have a balcony with a view of the Acropolis. And the prices are similar to the previous one, 350 without a view, 550 with a view. Both the Electra Metropolis and Electra Palace, so the last 2 hotels that I mentioned, sell out very fast. That's why I wanted to mention both of them in this video, so that if one is already sold out by the time you're watching this, you still have a shot with the other one. All right, let's leave Syntagma and head to the Makriani neighborhood now. Now, the area on itself isn't anything special, but this is the area of Athens with the best value for your money. For instance, the Acropolis View Hotel is only a 5-minute walk from the Acropolis. It has this absolutely gorgeous view of the Acropolis, yet you only pay 150 per night. Or this one, the Athens Date Hotel, 4 stars, with on one side a view of the Acropolis, and on the other side the ruins of the Temple of Zeus. All rooms have a view, and the breakfast/dining area overlooks the whole city and has one of the best Acropolis views in town, and rooms there are only around 200-250 a night. For a 4-star with that kind of view and being only 5 minutes on foot from the Acropolis, that's an amazing deal, and that's why the Makriani area is so nice. So all the links are down below. If you want to help me out, feel free to use them. And I'm gonna leave you with these 2 videos: the best hotels in Santorini with the famous caldera view and these private hot tubs on your terrace, which is something so many of you have asked me for, and the best hotels in Chania, in the very underrated island of Crete. And there you go, that's it for today. Bye.